We are Africans. This is African money. Nobody can complain. Whenever there's a big gap between perception and reality, there is a wonderful business opportunity.
Now, this continent is continent of young people. Half of our people here are below 20 years old. Yes? Look at the average age of our presidents. It's about 63, 64 years old. We're the only continent in the world where we have presidents at 90 years old starting new terms. I mean, you guys are crazy or what?
Africa is a continent of over 1 billion people, and its vast has diverse and rich in culture, but for decades it has disconnected from itself and the rest of the world. At the heart of this transformation, this is the man who saw possibility where others saw risk. This is the story of Mo Ebrahim, the visionary entrepreneur who revolutionized Africa telecommunication and proved that profit, purpose, and progress could coexist. Mo Ebrahim was born in Sudan in 1946 into a modest family that valued education and ambition. From a young age, he was curious, intelligent, and driving. Education led him first to Egypt, then to the United Kingdom, where he studied electrical engineering and earned a PhD in the mobile communication. In the UK, Mo built a successful career, but he could not ignore the continent he came from, a continent that has been left behind in the information age. While Europe and Asia race ahead, Africa remained on the wrong side of the digital divide. Mo once said, "I didn't have much, but I had idea and I had questions no one else was asking." In the late 1980s and early 1990s, mobile technology was transforming communication around the world. Mo, now an executive in the telecom industry, watched as Africa was excluded from the revolution. It wasn't a lack of demand, it was a lack of belief. Expert claimed Africans could not afford mobile phone, that the infrastructure was too poor, that the risks was too high. But Mo saw not just a market gap, he saw a human need, and that was something worth fighting for. He decided to leave his secure job and take the greatest risk of his life. With personal saving, loan, and fierce determination, Mo founded Siltel.
State-run telecoms.
Okay, I want telecom, transportation,
Launching a telecom company in Africa at that time was considered near impossible. Investors pulled out, banks refused to fund him, government were skeptical, infrastructure was minimal, and corruption was common. But Mo didn't flinch. Instead, he chose to build Celtel not just as a business, but as a symbol of trust. He had local staff, refused to pay bribe, and reinvest in the community. The base of his strategy was simple: earn trust, deliver value, and grow honestly. He said, "I remote guard my house." My wife was worried. Everyone said I was crazy. But Siltel slowly began to expand. First in Uganda, then in Zambia, Malawi, and Nigeria. By the early 2000s, it had become one of Africa's fastest growing telecom network with millions of subscribers and growing influence. Siltel grew, it began to change life. Farmer could check prices and weather, small business could call supplier, mother could hear the voice of their children living far away. For the first time, millions of Africans had access to information market and each other. Siltel wasn't just building tower, it was building bridge between people. One farmer said, "Before mobile phone, I had to travel for 2 days to sell my crop. Now I can do business from my village." The social and economic impact was immense. In a few short years, Celtel had connected over 24 million people in 14 countries. In 2005, Celtel was sold for $3.4 billion. It was one of the largest deals in African business history. Mo could have retired a wealthy man, but instead he asked a deeper question. How could Africa succeed if its leader failed it? He launched the Mo Ebrahim Foundation.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Mo Ebrahim Foundation's leadership ceremony.
Welcome to Abidjan. It is wonderful to have you here with us tonight.
A bold initiative to promote leadership, good governance, and transparency across the continent. The foundation introduced the Ibrahim Index of African governance, and a $5 million prize, the world's largest for African leader who governed well and left office peacefully. Mo said, "Business is not just about profit, it's all about impact. If you solve a real problem, success will follow." Today, Mo Ebrahim is more than a billionaire. He is a mentor, a critic of corrupt leader, and a fierce advocate. He often tells young kids for African future. Through speech, philanthropy, and continued investment, he reminds the world that Africa is not a charity case. It is a frontier of innovation, resilience, and growth. Young African, our continent doesn't need corruption. It needs smart, honest leadership. It needs visionary who believe in it. His story is one of belief in people, in idea, and in the power of ethical business to transform life. Mo Ebrahim's journey proved that with courage, purpose, and integrity, one person can change a continent. To every entrepreneur who have been told you can't, to every visionary who have been laughed at, and to every African who has ever been underestimated, this is the story for you. Africa is rising, and it started with a single connection. Bye. This is the end.